Looking to improve your offense? Look no further than MaddenTurf.com. My full Raiders offensive guide is now available with every setup that I run, from 4 of the most dominant offensive formations in the game with in-depth video breakdowns for every play. Link will be down in the description. Make sure to use code ELITE for 10% off. YouTube, what is going on, guys? No, it's not your Madden Average. Boy Madden Elite back with another video today. Hope you guys are doing fantastic as always. Today, guys, we got playbook number 14 from my 32 NFL team playbook series. I'm taking every one of the 32 NFL team playbooks, trying to find the most unique mini scheme in that playbook, taking it into my head-to-head and trying to win a game with it. Today, guys, as you can see by the title of the video, I try to do my best to stay away from the meta formations like trips tight end, tight slots, bunch. I already did tight slots in a previous video from the Bengals playbook. I had to with the Bengals because it had a play that is only found in that playbook, but there's not really that many unique things that I was able to find in the Colts playbook. From what I was looking at, there's not really a formation or a play that is only in this playbook. So the most unique thing that I could find is the bunch offset. Now, one of the main reasons that this bunch offset is really good is it has PA read. It's a really good bomb. We'll go over that in a second. It has double post. Double post is definitely needed in bunch offset, and it also has this read option. There's not many other playbooks. I think only the Eagles bunch offset has the read option, and the Colts and this is the only playbook that has, well, I think the Eagles is pretty similar to this playbook, but I got something else for when we do get to the Eagles playbook. But it has the read option. It has flood. Flood is always a really good play. Verticals, of course, but it also has mesh post right here. It doesn't have mesh spot for the tight end wheel. We all know those tight end wheels from mesh spot are really good. But mesh post is also a really good play. Again, this is a pretty similar playbook to something like Carolina, but Carolina doesn't have things like mesh post. I don't think it has PA read, and it also does not have the read option. The read option is really good to mix in depending on how your opponent is shooting runs, because you have to shoot the read option a little bit different. The blocking is a little bit different from it, so it's a really good run play to mix in. Now, before we get further into the video, guys, if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and turn your notification bell on so you guys don't miss when I upload a new YouTube video. And if you guys have been enjoying videos like this, make sure to smash that like button. Helps out the channel a ton. Now, guys, let's go ahead and get into the audibles for this. I'm not going to go over every single play in this bunch. This is a mini scheme. I am mainly going to be going over the plays in the audibles and maybe a couple other plays that are not in the audibles, but this is a mini scheme. I could go on for an hour, 2 hours talking about this full scheme, certain beaters against every coverage, but I'm just not going to do that in this video. Let's go ahead and hop into this mini scheme. Let me go ahead and move my face cam so you guys could see the audibles. Right here we got double post as audible number 1, mesh post audible number 2, verticals as audible number 3, and PA read as audible number 4. Of course, if we want to run the ball, we're just going to come out in a run play. We're not really trying to run the ball too much out of here. All right, guys, first play we're going to go over is double post. I'm sure you guys have maybe seen mini schemes, people run this, or tutorials on YouTube on how to run this play, but really the most effective way to run this play is going to be putting R1 or RB right here on a drag, and you're just going to do this and quick hike it. This is the first setup that we have right here. This you're able to attack every part of the field right here. Of course, the one thing that this is kind of vulnerable against, or it's not as good against, is if somebody's using double Mabel. If somebody has like 5-yard purples, 5-yard yellows with 30-yard clouds, this is not going to be that great. All they have to do is use the post in the middle, and then use the running back. The drags are not going to be as open. The tight end right here, we're going to go ahead and hike this. The tight end is something you can always quick hike for a couple yards, 3-4 yards. So in this play, our very first read is always going to be the tight end. If the tight end's not open, kind of look away from the tight end. The only thing you can throw that wheel route on the right is against cover 2, kind of late. But this is not a play that you want to wait too long to make a read. If nothing's open, you kind of just want to take off or throw it away. So we'll go ahead and hike it, and you guys can see again the throw to the tight end is really good, and the route that he's on actually gets a really good rack animation. If you put him on a flat, or a couple other flat routes in the game don't really get those kind of rack animations. And then of course the other route that we're looking for is this drag right here, and the running back route. We're really trying to dink and dunk with this play. We're not trying to bomb, we're not trying to go downfield. We're trying to make our opponent play aggressive defense. We're trying to make our opponent get those hard flats down so that we can hit the C route over here by X, so we can hit the post by B, and of course so we can open up some other plays. We're gonna go ahead and hike it again. You guys can see the running back right here. Of course I get screamed at, but the running back route is a really good route, beats man as well. And of course we're gonna hike this and we're gonna try to throw B. You are able to lowball B also if your opponent's not, you know, if your opponent goes to use the tight end, if your opponent's just completely out of the play, you can lowball B. That's really effective. But yeah, that's pretty much the play right here. Also, another thing you can do if your opponent's running something like wide or blitzing a lot, blocking the tight end is really good. Blocking the tight end is almost better than blocking a running back in this game. So you could also block the tight end right here, and you know, you have a little bit more time to make a read with those drags. Of course, if your opponent's blitzing, you should be able to make a read. If your opponent's sending 5 or 6, they're not going to be able to guard the drag with the post and the C route over there. So all around, this is just a really good play. If you do want to block the running back, you could just go ahead and keep the drag by RB. I don't really like that though. The only reason I don't like that is because, you know, there's nothing else really attacking the middle of the field. Everything's just going straight to the sidelines. I mean, you do have the post, but if they use the post and they're double mabling, this play's kind of dead. One thing that I do like to do so that we can have a route in the middle of the field is just put the tight end on a drag and putting RB on a hitch. So if we go ahead and hike this, you can see RB, the zone that's right there, I think that was a hook, runs up to the post. And of course, if their user is in that area and goes up, you can just throw RB. Now, another way I do like to set this up is putting RB on a streak. We're going to put X on an in route, and we can put the running back on an out route. We can block the tight end, or we can keep the tight end on that route that he's in, and we can block the running back. We can set it up like this, however you guys want, whether you want to block the tight end or running back. Both really effective setups. Really what I'm trying to do here is try to get their user down so I could throw that B route, that post route in the middle of the field. You guys will be able to see it gets a little bit more open against cover 3. Go into possession catching. You do have to throw it earlier against cover 3. Now we have been running bunch to the wide side. Here we're going to run bunch to the short side. Run the exact same setup, and this play and this setup is actually a little bit more effective on the short side. There's a lot of route combos that are going to be more effective with bunch on the short side. This year's short side bunch was really good, probably the best it's ever been. We'll go ahead and hike this, and you can see there's a lot more room for you to be able to throw this post in the middle of the field. We get screamed at, but you can see you can pass lead it up away from that corner. The streak in the middle obviously clears out all the zones, so you're able to throw that. We'll go ahead and hike that again. Exact same setup. Hopefully we do get time right here. You can see right there, we still caught it, but you can see if it was an accurate pass, that's probably even a touchdown if that's an accurate pass. Now in MUT, with all the players being so dang fast on defense, it's not really a touchdown. Earlier in the year, this actually used to be a bomb. Of course, I got a very slow throw right there by Brady. Anyways, earlier in the year, this actually used to be a cover 3 bomb. We'll go ahead and throw that again, and you guys can see you're able to throw that, pass lead it up, and you're able to rack that. I mean, the safety is just not gonna be able to make a play on that. Again, the corner, if you throw it at the perfect time, corner is just not gonna make a play on it either. Next play we're gonna go over right here is mesh post and our audibles. All we're gonna do is RB, we're gonna put him on a hitch, and we're gonna put X on an out route. And this is all we're doing right here. This is really good against double Mabel. This is really good against, you know, if your opponent's using 5-yard purples, 30-yard flats. And this is really good against all-out blitzes. The one thing this is not really good against is man, of course. You can throw Y against man. You can throw the wheel routes against just about anything in the game. Nothing's really going to guard it. But RB, of course, is going to get bagged if it's man. I mean, that is just a waste of a route. The out route by X is also a waste of a route. It's just not effective against man. And of course, A, you can sometimes throw it against man, depending on who's manned up to the tight end. But just not as effective. Again, we're just going to run this against zone. Of course, you're able to lowball Y right here, and really we're just trying to read where their user is going in the middle of the field to see if we're able to throw the hitch or the post. I'm going to go ahead and hike it, and you can see post right here gets wide open. Nothing's really going to guard that as well unless their user's back there, and I think like a 15-20 yard hook might guard it. Now the other way that I do like to set it up if I think my opponent is manning up RB is motion over RB on a slant. Of course we do got to have like route tech or slot-o-matic on him, something like that, but we are able to throw RB right here. on the slant. Make your opponent, you know, have to guess whether you're going to the wheel route. Really, our only 3 routes that we're reading right here. Of course, the tight end is still a read, but we're not really trying to throw the tight end right here. As I said earlier, you can't throw the tight end right here, but the rack animation is just not as good as the double post one. So we only want to throw that if you notice your opponent's just sending an all-out blitz. And you got to make a quick read, but we're really trying to hit either the post, the running back, or this slant over the middle of the field. If you have time, every single one of those routes are going to get open. Now our short side setup, we'll go ahead and move the ball right here. We have a couple setups for mesh post on the short side. We're gonna go ahead and audible to that. We're gonna streak X. Every one of these setups are gonna be having X on a streak. And then from here, if you want to block the running back, you block the running back and keep the play exactly like this. You can hike it like this if you want, but the only thing I don't like about this is every single route is going to the left. That we're really trying to read. Of course, you can't throw A, but we're trying to get over 30-yard flats with this particular play. That's why we're running it on the short side. So what I like to do is motion over RB, put them on a slant, hike it, and then try to get your opponent's user to come down. Of course, if they don't come down, you can throw RB or throw A over here on the right side. Go ahead and hike it just like this. Really, we're trying to get your opponent's user to come down. We can roll out to this side, and you can see B is wide open right there on the sideline. And again, that is going to get over the 30-yard flat. So if you notice your opponent sending 2, sending 3, with those 30-yard flats, you're able to run this play right here. Also, if your opponent is sending 2, sending 3, you can just go ahead and put your running back on this route right here, put them on a curl route in the middle of the field, block the tight end. You can maybe do something like this, motion over an out route. And for some reason, it's not letting me block the tight end. Okay, it's putting him on a hitch. I've never seen that happen before. Now, of course, if your opponent's just sending 2, sending 3, you can put the running back on a route. I kind of like putting him on a curl route sometimes. Maybe block the tight end if you have to. And for some reason, it's not letting me block the tight end. It's putting him on a hitch. I've actually never seen that before. That's actually kind of crazy right there. You've never been able to put him on a hitch. Anyways, I like putting the curl route by the running back just because you can playmaker it upfield. If you step up in the pocket, playmaker upfield right here, and you can see B is still wide open. But of course, you know, if they keep running with B, Y is going to be wide open in the middle of the field with the playmaker. If he's not manned up, if he is manned up, of course, it's just not going to be open. And really, what you're trying to do is, you know, playmaker him upfield and get your opponent to peel off of that post so you can throw that post deep. All right, guys, next play we got is verticals. This play is probably the best play in the game. All we're going to do for the first setup right here is we're going to put Y on a wheel route. That's it. Literally all we're doing. We're going to go ahead and hike it. And this A route right here is going to be open. That's a terrible low ball right there by Tom Brady. But this A route, this wheel route by the tight end is going to be open every single time against man and against yellows. The only thing that guards it is if your opponent puts one of those middle backers in a purple, or if they're in a defense, something like dollar 245 odd, something where they can put the middle linebacker on that side in a purple that will guard it. This play is really good against wide because they can't put one of those backers in a purple. Obviously, there's only one backer, so we're just gonna go ahead and lowball this every single time if you're playing against wide. And of course, if your opponent uses that side, you also have the crosser in the middle of the field, and you also have this wheel route. I didn't lowball it that time, but you kind of want to lowball it every single time, just in case he's manned up. If he's manned up, you're gonna be able to lowball it. It's just never gonna get guarded. We'll go ahead and run that again. And of course, if your opponent right there, the yellow matched, again, not something that a lot of people do. If it does, if they are running some kind of match like that where they just don't have zone drops on, of course, probably not going to throw that. But for the most part, some people have zone drops on. Most people are using that player. Now, of course, we can keep the play just like this. The running back route is really good. It beats man as well. So we could keep the play just like this. Also, if you want more time, you can go ahead and block the tight end. I don't like blocking the tight end. And for some reason, it's just not letting me block the tight end right here. This is actually really weird. Now, guys, this is not going to happen in game. It's not going to let you put the tight end on a hitch. I have no clue why it's doing this, but I mean, I just can't block the tight end. But of course, like I said, if you want to, you can just block the tight end if you want some more time. The other way I do like to set this up is blocking the tight end, but since I can't block the tight end, we'll just go ahead and put him on a flat route. We're gonna put the running back on an out route, and we're gonna put B on an in route, and we're gonna motion B over, and we're gonna hike it as soon as he gets over, and you will be able to see B runs an in route in the middle of the field. Try to get your opponent's user down. Of course, if the user doesn't come down, you just throw B or throw the running back underneath. All we're trying to do is get their user down so that we can throw RB. We're gonna try to throw RB right here so we can actually get it off. See if nobody matches to it right here. Yeah, I don't think anybody matches to it when you motion somebody over, so that's nice right there. Now the next play we're going to go over is the PA read. PA read we're mainly just going to use as a bomb. Now the following play we're going to go over is PA read. This is going to be a cover 3 beater. This is actually going to be a beater against just about anything in the game. What we're going to do is put Y on a wheel route. We're going to put X on either a drag or a slant. I kind of like the slant just because it can get your opponent's user to come down, and I do like to block the tight end, but of course since we cannot block the tight end, and this is actually something you can do also, just put the tight end on a flat so you have a high-low read on the right side of the field in case they do user the deep bomb, or in case it is covered you can still make a read here, but we'll just put them on flat for now. Go ahead and hike this and you will be able to see B is going to get wide open. We get a terrible throw right there by Brady. Still gets there somehow. We'll go and try it one more time, just for fun, and see if we can actually get it off right here. Hopefully we don't get crazy shedded. B, there he is. That's a much better throw right there by Brady. Now that is it for the plays in the audibles. One other play I do want to go over is flood. Again, not going to go over a bunch of the other plays in bunch. This is not a full bunch scheme, just kind of going over the basics, mini scheme on this formation. This is going to be different from all the other formations because the other formations I have absolutely no clue how to run them. I'm new to this formations. This is meta, so a lot of people already know how to run this, so I'm not going to touch on every single play in this formation. But one thing I do like to do from flood is just put the running back on an out route. That's it. I like to run this on like first play of the game, kind of get a feel of how your opponent's playing defense. Do they have zone drops? Are they trying to send 5? You know, this is a really good play to just get a feel for what your opponent likes to do. Go ahead and hike it. Of course, you have the tight end underneath. And if your opponent is playing hard flats, you're able to throw the out route as well on that right side. And then the other thing I like to do as well is same exact setup, but I do like to put B on a hitch from time to time, just in case they do have like double Mabel, you know, zone drops on both sides of the field. You can also put the running back on this flat route right here just so it gets out a little quicker if he's not manned up. But I always like to put him on an out route just in case he is manned up so he can also beat man. We're gonna go ahead and hike it, and you can see B is just wide open right here in the middle of the field. They're kind of forced to keep their user in the middle of the field, or they're forced to man him up. Of course, if they have like a 5-yard yellow on the field, that is going to guard it as well. You know, but you're always able to playmaker. That's one thing that I like from this too. You're always able to playmaker. If they have a 5-yard yellow, you're still able to get out of that sticky situation with the playmaker. So that's pretty much it for this mini scheme. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this mini scheme. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to smash the like button. And again, guys, if you guys are brand new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Turn your notification bell on so you guys don't miss when I upload a new YouTube video. And yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video. As always, stay safe. Peace.